Okay, guys, I'm doing a video on Tarot, the unknown history of the divination tool that a lot of people use nowadays. Whether you're Wiccan, Golden Dawn, Thelmite, General Occultist, Left Hand. It doesn't really matter. Like a lot of people use Tarot for their divination needs, and we got a lot of history given to us by the academia and professors and all these people who have a connection with art. They say it began in Italy and stuff like that, but that's not true because several occultists and several people in you know esoteric circles know the truth about tarot, where it came from, and its true origins. You know. But before I go all to that, I want to show off some decks. Show my decks I use for divination and sorcery needs. Uh, Here's the Thoth deck by inspired by Crowley. You see it? Yeah. The art on these cards are very beautiful. See, you got the devil right here. Really good artwork. Most people don't. Most people don't use it for divination. It's very good for sorcery. The tarot deck is not just for divination and stuff like that. You can do all kinds of different stuff with it. I suggest you check out some books on tarot magic and tarot sex and magic by Christopher Hayek and Mao Ducat. You know, very good book. You know, I probably go more into the sorcery and the other stuff you can do with the tarot, and like you play your videos. And here's another deck right here. It's just like the standard universal deck right here. Just a regular plain deck. It's good for getting into reading tarot cards. Divination. I suggest that for people who is starting out in the whole thing. I know people want to go with the fancy decks and stuff, but that's very confusing if you're just getting into the whole thing. You need to say like each card and what it means and what's the symbols. The symbols are more than, reading is more than just knowing the standard meaning of the card. You gotta look at the picture and if it's reversed and all this. It's very deep. It's very deep. It's a very deep art. Most people just say, "Oh, it's just this new age bullshit." It's a lifetime study. Okay, here's another deck. It's a vertical deck. It's based on some comic book series, like Sandman, Lucifer. If y'all read comics, you probably know what I'm talking about. But if not, it's still some beautiful art on the cards, and it's worth looking at. Okay, and here's the last deck I'm gonna show you, the Necronomicon deck. It's all spooky. You got all different things in there. It's creepy. It's for the darker people in the arts. Especially all those who love Chulu and everybody. Yeah. You can even use the cards to evoke the entities of the Necronomicon. You do spiritual work with them. So that's very good. Set as well. But now go into the history of Tarot, the unknown history for most people. You know, like the Tarot has its origins in Egypt. Like the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life started in Egypt as you know the eight primordial deities. Started from Set, Nebhet, Set, Usir, Geb Newts, Shu Tepnut, and Ra. That's the original Tree of Life. If you want to look more into that, you can read a book, God Genes Decoded by Baba Ogun. Very good book. And also besides that, the deck has its origins on. Well, the deck has its origins from the tree, but also the tree has hieroglyphics of scenes later on that contribute to the standard scenes in the deck. I know most people say, oh, the Tree of Life is Jewish, and then later on people say that the Tarot deck has connection to the Hebrew Tree of Life thing as well. The Hebrew alphabet. But most people don't know that the Hebrew mysteries and esoteric system is an offshoot off of Egyptian doctrines and spiritual systems. That the Hebrews are just Egyptians. They broke off from Egypt. Because certain reasons that are too much to go into right now. But I'll just give you an overview of stuff right now. But the Tree of Life is still Egyptian if you know what you're looking at. If you're familiar with the mythology, the principles, and the original deities that contribute to the tree. You know what I'm talking about. But here's where I'm coming from so I can relate to the subject at hand. The Tree of Life has 72 paths, and these 72 paths are the Tarot deck. That what makes up the deck. Also, the 72 paths of the Tree of Life also make up the Shemhafaraj, the 72 angels, the 72 names of God. And the inverse, the Tree of Death, the Qapaf, make up the 72, genie, the jinn, demons, the Wisha. But let me get back to the subject. The 72 paths of the Tree of Life are also the 72 paths, the 72 cards of the Tarot deck. And the major arcana is the Hebrew alphabet. So the Tarot deck has its origins in Egypt and the Hebrew, mystical systems. So if you really truly want to know how to make your divinations more accurate, I suggest you study Kabbalah. Go look at the letters, the tree, the passage of the tree. You get a whole new understanding. Like one of the few people who show this to the whole world in popular manners, like Aleister Crowley with his deck. He just put it out there. He told you these are where it comes from, the correspondence. Kenneth Grant did a book, Nine Sided Eden. That tell how the Qapaf corresponds with tarot deck and Tree of Life. It's slightly different from the Golden Dawn and Crowley and everything. But you can decide whether you can kind of grasp more accurate with it or Crowley. It's up for debate in a lot of circles. But here's my basic you know talk about the basic history of the tarot deck, the esoteric history, instead of what academia wants you to say where it started from. Thank you.